So hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today's lesson will be about Britain and specifically ancient Britain. I will give you a brief summary of the main events that happened during this time. I hope you find it useful. Enjoy. So I will start with the Neolithic period. Here, Britain was peopled by a small group of gatherers and hunters who used stone as their main tool. This became known as the Stone Age. Later on, new people came, ending the Stone Age, and they knew how to produce food and they grew corn and kept animals. Later on also, others came from southeast of Britain with better military and metalworking skills. This was known as the Bronze Age since they knew how to work with bronze and make tools with bronze. Moving on to the Iron Age. Here, people from Central Europe and Southern Russia came to Britain. They could work with iron, as the name of the age implied. They made better weapons, and with their new farming techniques, their population grew. They lived in tribes and were known as the Celts. There isn't much information about them because they did not have any books behind. The Romans wrote about them that they lived in tribes, wore gold, and mentioned the power of the Celts priests who were called the Druids. These Druids, or as they called them, they were certain people who memorized religious teachings in spite of their disability to read and write, and powerful members. Concerned in their religion and beliefs, the Celts had many gods and goddesses, and they worshipped them through sacrifice, giving away valuable objects, animals, and even humans sometimes. The Celtic people were proud, brave, and skilled fighters. However, they were very undisciplined in the battle. Men and women both participated in wars. However, they lost their battles against the Romans. One of the main figures with the Celtic people is the Queen Boudica, who led a fierce rebellion after her husband's death before she was murdered by the Romans. Proceeding to the Romans came to Britain looking for riches, land, slaves, and most of Britain's metal. They were angry also with Britain for helping the French battle against strong and mighty Emperor Julius Caesar. Emperor Claudius invaded Britain, and it took them 4 years to establish order. However, they could not invade Scotland. They brought and spread their own civilization. They taught the Britons how to build bridges, houses, roads, baths, temples, etc. They also spread Christianity, arts, and Latin. The Romans stayed in Britain for about 4 centuries. Then they started being attacked by many different barbarian tribes and soldiers stationed in Britain and also coming from Scotland. At first, the Roman Emperor Hadrian ordered them to build a wall to keep these barbarian soldiers out. It was called Hadrian's Wall. It took them for about 6 years, as some historians say, and others say it took them about 14 years to complete it. However, the attacks kept going until the Romans were recalled back to Rome, leaving Britain without protection at all. So that was it for today's video. I hope you found it fruitful. I only mentioned a brief summary of ancient Britain. This is part 1, and the next part will be starting from the Anglo-Saxons. I will put some links down below if you want to read more about every period. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.